Children, so this video is a continuation of chapter 12, local self-government in rural areas. Okay, today we are doing functions of Gram Panchayat, and you can refer to your textbook, that is history textbook, from page number 110. Okay, so what are the main functions of the Gram Panchayat? Okay, the first comes is sanitation and medical relief. So whenever we are talking about sanitation and medical relief, we are talking about sufficient supply of clean drinking water, good sanitation facility. So whenever we are talking about sanitation facility or good sanitation facility, means the state of being clean and conducive to health. Even the toilets, even the bathrooms, etc., should be clean. Even the drains should be clean, etc. All these are basically refers to the good sanitation facility. Proper disposal of garbage and waste, to get rid of something like garbage or maila properly, as well as human and animal excreta. So whenever we are talking about excreta of humans and animals, we are talking about body waste. We are talking about number 2 of humans and animals, as well as number 1, urine, what we call feces, etc. Building and maintaining hospitals. So building and maintaining hospitals are the main functions of the Gram Panchayat. Maternity home also. So what is maternity homes? These are basically pregnancy homes. And medical treatment. Medical treatment means we are talking about care or medical facilities given to someone someone in a hospital. Now the second function is education. In education, we are talking about proper and free primary and night school. So we are talking about provides free primary and night schools are provided by the Gram Panchayat, free of cost. So the third function is implementation of rural development programs. So whenever we are talking about implementation, so proper implementation of government. So implementation means carrying out, carrying, carrying out of these programs. So proper implementation of government rural development welfare programs. So whenever we are talking about welfare programs, we are talking about benefit programs or events that benefit the village people, and supervise the work and keep an eye on the spending of funds. So supervise means to direct or watch the working of the other bodies of the village panchayats. Not only Gram Panchayat, but Gram Sabha also Naya Panchayat. Now agriculture, the fourth function is agriculture. Agriculture means growing of crops. So for growing of crops we need water. Water is very essential for growing of crops. So good irrigation facilities should be given in the villages. So what is good irrigation facility? Irrigation means supply of water should be given to the crops. So good irrigation facilities and better yielding seeds for farming. So seed. So whenever we are talking about agriculture, agriculture needs water, good water and plenty of water and good seed. This good seed is known as what we called better yielding seeds, or what we called high variety of seeds, which we find in the shops, which we have to buy so that it can give you good crops. These are known as better yielding seeds, because they give you large amount of crops. And afforestation programs. So you have to plant trees also. Afforestation means planting of trees are basically found in this function. Now we are moving on to maintenance. So in the villages, the Gram Panchayat looks after the maintenance of well, W-E-L-L, well, tanks, well, tanks and pumps, and even burial grounds, okay, when a dead is buried, or when a body of the dead is basically buried in the ground, it is called cremation, okay. This is known as burial grounds. So these burial grounds are also maintained by the Gram Panchayat, not only wells, tanks and pumps, okay, and even proper roads have to be maintained by the Gram Panchayat, as well as street lights, okay, should be there in every corner and nooks of the village, okay. The sixth is, okay, whenever we are talking about protection, after maintenance comes protection, okay. The Gram Panchayat, okay, basically acts as a guardian of the village. So the Gram Panchayat acts as a guardian, guardian of the village, okay. And industries, whenever we are talking about industries, okay, it produces basically khadi cloth, okay. So khadi is basically, okay, what we call, okay, it is produced in India, okay. This is a type of cloth, okay, which is worn during the summer season, okay. So this khadi cloth is basically produced in the villages, okay. Produce khadi cloth and run a dairy industries. So whenever we are talking about industries, okay, khadi industry and dairy industries are basically located in the villages, okay, which basically, okay, gives you cloth as well as milk and milk products, okay. So dairy industries gives you milk and milk products. Now the eighth function, okay, is trade and commerce, okay. The eighth function is trade and commerce. The eighth function is trade and commerce, 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 okay. So whenever we are talking about trade and commerce, we are talking about trade means buying and selling of things, that is Bepar we call it, okay. And the people who sells the things, etc., is called Bepari, okay. So trade and commerce means, okay, buying and selling of things, and these things are basically agricultural and industrial products, like, okay, like they sell crops as well as cattle, etc., okay, in this trade and commerce, okay. The ninth function is basically, okay, recreational, okay. Recreation means, okay, pastime, okay. So whenever we are talking about recreational, okay, this Gram Panchayat looks after providing akhada. Akhada means a place where you can play, okay, kabaddi, kusti, etc., okay. Akhada, A-K-H-A, okay, D-A, akhada, okay, gym, where you can basically build your body, etc., okay. And playgrounds, okay, playgrounds, P-L-A-Y, playgrounds, okay, are basically built by the local self-government, that is called Gram Panchayat. So provides akhada, gym and playgrounds for local games and sports, art and craft fair also. What is art and craft, okay? This art and craft is basically made by hand. We use hand to make certain objects, etc., okay. So art and craft is also basically, okay, given facility by the Gram Panchayat. They basically, Gram Panchayat looks or supports the art and craft also. The 10th function is, okay, celebration of community festivals, okay, seasonal fair. So whenever we are talking about festivals, yesterday was the festival of color. This color festival is celebrated by the community, not only in the bazaar, that is in the towns, cities, okay, tehsil, but also in the villages. And this community basically gets involved in such kind of festivals, okay. So we are talking about community festivals, okay, and, okay, seasonal fairs, okay, like cattle fair, okay, book fair, etc., okay, local folk songs, okay. So whenever we are talking about F-O-L-K, folk songs, okay, these are basically tribal, okay, tribal songs, okay, basically sung, okay, during this period of festivals, dance and theaters. So dance and theaters means basically, okay, there is okay, Nach Gan in that particular festival, okay, and plays are played in that particular festival, okay. Now we are moving on to the, okay, second most important, okay, tier of the local self-government, that is known as block samiti. After village panchayat comes the block samiti, okay? Now, this is not the wing of the village panchayat, okay? This is the, okay, three-tier system of government where you find, okay, panchayat as the village level, block samiti at the block level, and Jilla Parishad at the district level. So, the second tier that we are studying is the block samiti, okay? So, block samiti is the second, okay, level, or the second tier of Panchayati Raj at the block level, okay? So, we are studying about the composition of, okay, what composition of block samiti. So, block samiti is made of what, okay? Several villages are grouped together to form a block. Last time only I told you how many villages makes a block. 100 villages makes a block, okay? A club of all village panchayats falling under a block joins to form a block samiti. So, a club of all village panchayats. So, all village panchayats, okay, which falls under a block joins to form a block samiti or panchayat samiti. This block samiti is also called what? Panchayat samiti. So 100 villages makes a block, okay, and all these villages basically combine to form a block samiti or panchayat samiti. Remember that. Now block samiti acts as a link. It connects the gram panchayat, okay, it connects the gram panchayat, okay, gram panchayat of a block with the Jilla Parishad of a district. So it connects the gram panchayat and Jilla Parishad. So simple answer is it connects the gram panchayat and Jilla Parishad. So the members of this block samiti are not elected directly by the people. So the people do not choose the members, but elected by the sarpanch. But chosen by the sarpanch. The sarpanch is also called pradhan, okay, of the village panchayat. So the village panchayat basically has a sarpanch. This sarpanch chooses the member of the block samiti, okay. Beside this, the member of the state Vidhan Sabha. So the member of the state Vidhan Sabha, state Vidhan Sabha. So member of state Vidhan Sabha. What is state Vidhan Sabha? So we are talking about MLAs, members of legislative assembly, okay. Vidhan Parishad and Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha and members of the block, scheduled castes and scheduled tribes are its members. So who are the members of the block samiti? Okay, the members are from state Vidhan Sabha, that is MLAs, okay, Vidhan Parishad, that is MPs, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, that is the two houses of the Parliament of India, and the members of the block, okay, members of the block means members of that village as well as the scheduled caste. Scheduled caste means, okay, the lower caste as well as the scheduled tribes. The, okay, tribal people are the members of the block samiti. 1/3 of its seats are reserved for women. So 1/3 of its seats are reserved for the women, okay. The members of the block samiti elects a chairperson and a vice chairperson. In a block samiti, you have a chairman and a vice chairman. The samiti also acts, okay, or serves for 5 years. So this block samiti is there for 5 years. Like sarpanch is also there for 5 years. Likewise, block samiti is also there for 5 years. Okay. Now we are looking at the functions of block samiti. Okay. Now we are looking at the functions of block samiti. Okay. Let's look at the functions of block samiti. Then we'll wind up. Okay. So let's look at the functions of block samiti. So look, we are looking at the functions of block samiti here. Again, the functions of block samiti. That time we studied about gram panchayat. Now we are studying about functions of block samiti. So what is the function of the block samiti? The function of the block samiti is to look after the development of village panchayats in a block. The first function is to look after the development of village panchayat. The second function is protect the environment by preserving the forest. The third function is to establish a public market, like the Hot Bazaar that you find in Kalimpong. There's a public market, okay? So this market basically provides food or grocery items in the market. So this block Samiti helps to start or establish or set up or create a public market. Okay, the fourth function is it helps to create or make primary healthcare centers. Now whenever we are talking about primary healthcare centers means we are talking about clinics or infirmaries which are created by the block Samiti, so that their purpose is to prevent or treat illnesses through health professionals, that is doctors, and maternity homes, like pregnancy homes are also created in the villages by the block Samiti. This is the function of the block Samiti. The last function is it helps to establish primary schools. So whenever we are talking about primary school is basically from class 6 to 8. But we are talking about after class 8, or class 5, you have schools, that is primary schools in villages, which is established by the block Samiti as well as the village panchayats. With this, I have finished some of the important topics today. Hope you find this lesson useful.